My name is Jack Hanney, and welcome to this week's edition of The Insider. Evercore founder Roger Altman warns that oil could go to $150 a barrel. $150 a barrel. He goes on to warn that this could cause the second largest inflationary shock in the past decade, the first being COVID of 2020. Now, Roger Altman also goes on to warn that up until now, the stock market has been shrugging off the inflationary pressures of oil, the war in Iran, and the closing of the Strait of Hormuz. As we had mentioned in previous insider videos, the Arab oil embargo of 1973 affected 7% of the global oil supply. 20% of the global oil supply passes through the Strait of Hormuz. Now, back in 1973, Arab oil embargo, which affected only 7% of the global oil supply, the S&P crashed 48%. Inflation absolutely skyrocketed. The price of oil quadrupled, and gold and silver set out on a historic bull run. Now again, the Strait of Hormuz is responsible for 3 times the amount of global oil supply that the Arab oil embargo of 1973 affected. Also earlier this week, the Wall Street Journal issued a report that retirement plans, IRAs and 401ks were not designed for this persistent, higher than longer persistent inflation environment. That typically 401ks and IRAs were designed for a 2% rate of inflation. IRAs and 401ks were designed where you could have a 4% withdrawal rate and that it would last you for the rest of your life. Meanwhile, inflation right now is at 3.8%. But if you factor in healthcare, insurance, food, and energy, and also thanks to this war in Iran and the Strait of Hormuz, they're saying the real rate of inflation right now is 8%, and that these retirement accounts and IRAs and 401ks that are in your traditional money market funds and stocks were not designed for an inflation environment where you're looking at the real rate of inflation being up around 8%. Now keep in mind, gold has averaged 20% a year gains over the last 25 years. Gold has more than doubled the performance of the S&P since 2000. I am not a certified financial investment advisor, nor do I give tax advice. You can visit us at www.patriotgoldgroup.com or call 1-888-488-5190. Again, that's www.patriotgoldgroup.com or call 1-888-488-5190. Again, we're being warned that barrels of oil could go as high as $150 a barrel, and that the inflation has yet to make its way fully through the economy. We see what happened back during the Arab oil embargo of 1973. History doesn't repeat itself, but it often rhymes. I look forward to speaking with you next week on an episode of The Insider.